Imagine this. You've spent countless hours in the quiet solitude of bookstore aisles, your fingertips grazing over spines embossed with bold promises. Change your life in 30 days. Unlock your inner potential. Master your mind. Master your world. You leave the store clutching yet another book, your heart buoyant with hope. You devour each page ravenously, scribbling notes, highlighting quotes, nodding vigorously at wisdom that feels as if it were written precisely for you. This time, you tell yourself, it will be different. But weeks pass, and despite your newfound knowledge, your life remains stubbornly unchanged. You still wake to the same anxious thoughts, grapple with the same habits, the same unresolved dreams. The book, now dog-eared and annotated, sits beside your bed, a solemn reminder of your earnest but failed attempt. A quiet despair gnaws at you. Is it the book that's flawed, or is it me? This unsettling pattern repeats itself. Book after book, seminar after seminar, guru after guru. Each promises transformation, yet delivers only fleeting euphoria. A temporary placebo masking the deeper ache of unfulfilled potential. You begin to wonder, has self-help itself become your drug of choice, a soothing distraction rather than a genuine path forward? Why, despite your honest intentions and tireless effort, does lasting change remain elusive? Herein lies the contradiction. This booming billion-dollar industry thrives precisely because it so rarely works. It depends on your perpetual dissatisfaction, your constant yearning, your endless search for a magic formula just out of reach. The truth is stark and uncomfortable. The self-help industry profits most when you remain trapped in cycles of hope and disappointment, always striving but never arriving. Consider the very idea of self-help. At first glance, it seems empowering. Who better to save you than yourself? But dive deeper, and a troubling irony emerges. You're relying on external voices to teach you how to rely on yourself. You're placing your trust in someone else's version of who you ought to be. You're told that you alone hold the keys, yet simultaneously persuaded that you cannot unlock the doors without their guidance, their secrets, their wisdom. This dependency isn't liberation. It's a subtle form of captivity. Now, reflect on this paradox. Every self-help book proclaims uniqueness, yet prescribes a one-size-fits-all solution. It insists that you're special, a one-of-a-kind puzzle, but then tries desperately to fit you into its neatly pre-made mold. It whispers soothing affirmations about your intrinsic worth, then shouts loudly about the 10 universal habits every successful person must follow. Can genuine self-discovery and personal transformation be mass-produced, bottled, and sold on shelves beside vitamins and toothpaste? A more disturbing tension emerges beneath these contradictions, a tension that speaks to a profound existential question. Could the relentless pursuit of self-help be fueled not by the noble goal of authentic growth, but by a desperate need to silence a deeper unease, a gnawing sense of inadequacy, a haunting fear that you might never truly measure up? Are these glossy books and charismatic speakers merely disguises? Beautiful distractions from the terrifying possibility that no outside source can ever fill the existential void you feel? Ask yourself, what if the entire premise you've built your quest upon, the idea that you are a problem to be solved, is fundamentally misguided? What if the core assumption of self-help, that you're broken and in need of fixing, is precisely the idea that's keeping you stuck? Here, in the tension of this paradox, lies the heart of the issue, the unsettling truth that perhaps you've been deceived into chasing an illusion disguised as empowerment, led astray by promises that glitter brightly but crumble upon closer scrutiny. You've been seduced into believing that salvation lies within the pages of another bestseller, the rhetoric of another charismatic expert, or the power of another prescribed ritual. Could it be that the very act of chasing self-help is exactly what's preventing you from becoming the person you most desperately wish to be? To understand why your earnest pursuit of self-help often leaves you feeling more lost than before, you must confront a hidden force, illuminated profoundly by psychological giants like Carl Jung and philosophical titans such as Friedrich Nietzsche. Carl Jung famously said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate." Carl Jung knew intimately what modern self-help overlooks, that beneath your conscious desires and rational goals lurks a shadow, unseen, unexamined, but powerfully influential. It's the shadow that sabotages you, whispering doubts, stirring anxiety, and silently guiding you toward repetitive patterns of failure. This shadow cannot be appeased simply by motivational mantras or quick-fix strategies. It demands confrontation, integration, and understanding. Yet, the glossy covers of self-help books rarely dare acknowledge the dark, chaotic territory within your unconscious mind. Instead, they prescribe formulas, neatly packaged solutions, and simplistic rituals, none of which penetrate the depths of your inner world. And so, inevitably, the shadow returns, sabotaging your efforts, pulling you back to familiar patterns of disappointment. Nietzsche illuminated a complementary truth when he proclaimed, "Whoever fights monsters should see to it that, in the process, he does not become a monster. And if you gaze long enough into an abyss, the abyss will gaze back into you." Nietzsche recognized the paradox inherent in self-improvement. The harder you struggle against your perceived inadequacies, the stronger and more resistant those inadequacies become. By constantly labeling yourself as someone who needs improvement, you unknowingly reinforce your own sense of deficiency. Your very pursuit of self-help creates a perpetual feedback loop. You see yourself as flawed, chase after solutions to fix yourself, and then judge yourself harshly for failing to implement them successfully, thereby confirming your flaws once more. The self-help industry often thrives on your continued sense of failure. Your desperation to escape who you are propels you into the eager embrace of yet another guru who promises redemption, but always later, always after one more seminar, one more secret revealed, one more strategy perfected. The cycle becomes self-sustaining, fueling your need for new solutions without ever addressing the true roots of your dissatisfaction. Philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer expressed a related truth about human nature and suffering, famously noting, "Life swings like a pendulum backward and forward between pain and boredom." Schopenhauer saw clearly that much of human dissatisfaction stems not from external conditions, but from internal restlessness, a ceaseless desire for fulfillment, novelty, or escape from oneself. This restless craving is precisely what modern self-help capitalizes on. Instead of calming the internal pendulum, self-help keeps it swinging, promising liberation but delivering subtle enslavement, dangling happiness just out of reach. Meanwhile, Viktor Frankl, who survived the horrors of Nazi concentration camps and emerged with profound psychological insights, understood that the deepest human drive is not pleasure or happiness, but meaning. Frankl famously wrote, "When we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves." However, modern self-help often misunderstands this fundamental truth, reducing meaningful change to superficial rituals, temporary emotional highs, and measurable outcomes. It encourages you to chase fleeting pleasures or quick successes, rather than cultivating deep, lasting meaning, purpose, or self-understanding. The self-help industry inadvertently cultivates dependency rather than independence, anxiety rather than calm, insecurity rather than confidence. It convinces you that someone else holds the answers, that the truth about yourself lies in external validation rather than internal discovery. Yet, beneath all this lies perhaps the most unsettling truth of all. Society itself silently conspires to perpetuate this dissatisfaction. Consumerism thrives upon your perpetual unhappiness, your endless desire to become more attractive, more productive, more successful. You are subtly conditioned by advertising, media, and culture to internalize inadequacy, believing happiness is just another product or seminar away. The hidden roots of your struggle are both internal and external, psychological and societal. Now standing at the intersection of psychology, philosophy, and societal manipulation, you must face a haunting realization. The path you've been traveling is fundamentally flawed, built upon illusions designed to keep you forever seeking, forever chasing, forever dissatisfied. To fully grasp how deeply the invisible currents of self-help have shaped your reality, consider this unsettling truth. Your pursuit of endless improvement isn't merely ineffective. It's actively reshaping your sense of self, your expectations, and your very perception of reality, often without your awareness. Like a subtle poison slowly seeping through your veins, the seemingly innocent idea of constantly needing to be better quietly infiltrates your identity, leaving profound yet hidden scars. Picture this vividly. Every morning you awaken burdened with subtle anxiety, an almost imperceptible dread rooted not in any specific event, but in the persistent feeling that you should be doing more, achieving more, becoming more. This anxiety, far from being the healthy motivation self-help claims it to be, is instead symptomatic of a deeper cognitive bias called hedonic adaptation, the human tendency to quickly return to a baseline level of happiness despite positive or negative events. What was once transformative quickly becomes ordinary. Yesterday's breakthroughs become today's expectations, trapping you in an endless chase for novelty, accomplishment, or self-improvement. Neuroscience confirms this unsettling truth. Every time you consume self-help content promising radical transformation, your brain experiences a dopamine spike, a potent neurochemical reward system activated by the anticipation of positive change. But dopamine is not released through fulfillment. Rather, it emerges through anticipation itself. Thus, the self-help industry capitalizes on your brain's addiction to anticipation. Like an addict craving the next fix, your mind becomes hooked on the thrill of potential transformation rather than actual transformation itself. In this subtle neurological trap, genuine fulfillment remains perpetually out of reach, always promised but rarely delivered. Each disappointment only drives you deeper into the cycle, leaving you constantly hungry, yet permanently dissatisfied. Your mind, quite literally, becomes conditioned to chase illusions, an unconscious, neurological conditioning masquerading as motivation, as hope, as growth. But the consequences don't stop at your mind. They ripple outward, reshaping your relationships, your career, even your perception of happiness itself. Rather than focusing on genuine purpose or creativity, your mind shifts toward relentless productivity, obsessed with efficiency, optimization, and self-measurement. Your worth becomes tethered, not to who you are, but to how effectively you can demonstrate progress. Burnout becomes inevitable, because the pursuit of endless improvement never allows rest. Your identity becomes entangled with achievement, productivity, and relentless hustle, until you barely recognize yourself without these external validations. The self-help industry promises freedom, yet subtly encourages conformity, carefully crafting standardized images of success, happiness, and fulfillment. You're told exactly what your dreams should look like: wealth, influence, beauty, and perpetual positivity. But these manufactured ideals create a profound internal contradiction, forcing you into a paradoxical struggle between your authentic desires and socially imposed expectations. You begin chasing dreams that aren't truly yours, living someone else's version of happiness and wondering why fulfillment remains elusive. Philosopher Aldous Huxley once warned of such subtle manipulation, famously writing, "The propagandist's purpose is to make one set of people forget that certain other sets of people are human." In your pursuit of self-help, the subtle propaganda of constant inadequacy makes you forget your own humanity, your imperfections, vulnerabilities, and authentic complexity. You slowly lose touch with genuine self-compassion, constantly scrutinizing yourself for flaws, always seeing yourself as incomplete rather than whole. Existentially, the relentless chase for improvement becomes an avoidance tactic, a subtle form of escapism. Rather than facing difficult truths, unresolved trauma, or genuine existential anxiety, you distract yourself with the superficial drama of constant improvement. You busy your mind with goals, rituals, affirmations, or routines, all conveniently masking deeper, uncomfortable questions. Who am I really? What truly matters to me? Am I living authentically, or merely performing a version of myself for the world's approval? Your self-help pursuit quietly becomes a barrier, preventing you from genuine self-understanding or authentic emotional exploration. It disguises avoidance as action, distraction as transformation, and superficial change as genuine growth. And because these consequences are subtle, incremental, and mostly unconscious, you remain unaware of how profoundly your reality has been shaped, distorted, and controlled by these seemingly harmless beliefs. Is it possible to reclaim control and genuinely redefine your reality? Breaking free requires something radical, a rebellion against every assumption you've unknowingly accepted. It demands a courageous rejection, not only of the superficial solutions sold by the self-help industry, but of the very narrative you've internalized, the insidious belief that you are fundamentally incomplete to begin with. Imagine now a powerful shift, a moment of clarity so sharp it cuts through years of accumulated illusions. What if there's nothing fundamentally wrong with you at all? This single thought is quietly revolutionary, shattering decades of self-criticism, comparison, and insecurity. It upends the hidden foundation of the entire self-help paradigm, revealing the industry's greatest deception: the insistence that you are a problem to be fixed, rather than a human being to be understood. The first step toward freedom lies in embracing a profound psychological insight shared by Carl Jung. I am not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become. Your rebellion begins by ceasing the futile war against yourself, abandoning the exhausting project of forced self-improvement. Instead, you must courageously explore who you already are, not who you should be, but who you authentically want to be. This shift in perspective profoundly redefines success and happiness. Instead of measuring yourself against culturally manufactured ideals, you start evaluating your life based on genuine authenticity, emotional depth, and meaning. Viktor Frankl's poignant insight becomes critical here. What is to give light must endure burning. Meaningful growth often involves discomfort, facing painful truths, and abandoning familiar illusions. Unlike the smooth promises of the self-help industry, authentic change can be messy, uncertain, and uncomfortable. Yet within this discomfort lies genuine liberation, a path toward freedom that no self-help guru can sell or commodify. Philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer noted powerfully, "A man can be himself only so long as he is alone, and if he does not love solitude, he will not love freedom." Your rebellion demands carving space away from external expectations. As you reclaim this mental and emotional autonomy, you'll notice the chains of comparison and inadequacy beginning to loosen. You stop asking society, influencers, or gurus what you should want. Instead, courageously exploring what genuinely inspires, moves, and fulfills you. Your rebellion doesn't just break the chains of the self-help industry. It dismantles the entire infrastructure of externally imposed identity. Breaking free doesn't mean rejecting growth or improvement. Rather, it means redefining them on your own terms. Your rebellion involves shifting from self-help to self-discovery. This changes everything. Growth becomes organic, sustainable, and profoundly meaningful because it's rooted in your deepest truths rather than borrowed illusions. You're no longer enslaved to promises of external salvation, because you've discovered the freedom of creating yourself on your own terms. At last, you stand at the precipice of your most profound realization. What if the greatest secret, the ultimate solution you've been desperately seeking, has been within you all along? The deepest irony of your relentless pursuit is that your quest for improvement, the very thing you believed would set you free, has actually obscured the essential truth. You were never incomplete to begin with. You've been conditioned to perceive yourself as perpetually flawed. You are always enough. Not perfect, because perfection itself is a mirage, but inherently whole, exactly as you are. Philosopher Alan Watts articulated this profound truth eloquently when he wrote, "You're under no obligation to be the same person you were 5 minutes ago." Watts understood what the self-help industry continually overlooks, that your power resides not in endlessly fixing yourself, but in accepting your infinite capacity to change, evolve, and adapt freely, without anxiety or desperation. True transformation isn't about becoming someone else. It's about returning home to yourself. Everything you've desired, peace, happiness, fulfillment, purpose, has been clouded, not because you lacked the right methods or insights, but because your relentless pursuit was founded upon the fundamental lie that you were inadequate to begin with. The harder you chased external validation, the more distant your authentic self became, buried beneath layers of societal expectations, marketing illusions, and internalized inadequacy. Life isn't an endless battle to repair yourself. It's an ongoing opportunity to reveal yourself. Consider again the wisdom of Carl Jung, who stated beautifully, "The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are." Now that you see this clearly, something remarkable happens. Your previous struggles, insecurities, and anxieties suddenly come into focus, not as failures or flaws, but as powerful lessons, guiding you gently toward this very realization. Your past disappointments lose their power over you, becoming stepping stones on your journey towards self-discovery. Your self-image shifts from fragile inadequacy to resilient authenticity, from desperate seeker to empowered creator of your reality. The ultimate truth you've discovered is not static or finite. It is dynamic, alive, continually unfolding within you. You've not discovered an endpoint. You've awakened to the beginning of a lifelong, empowering relationship with yourself, untethered by external manipulation or internal desperation. In the profound words of Viktor Frankl, between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. You've discovered precisely this space. You are no longer bound to the limitations imposed by self-help narratives. You've reclaimed your authentic autonomy, the deepest truth that no guru, book, or seminar can ever give or take away. You are whole. You have always been whole. Here, now, you are free. Your new life begins right here. Welcome home.